What's up, baby? Today's show is sponsored by Southern New Hampshire University. Yeah, we talking about proper preparation. We're talking about trying to be better at life. How can we improve, right? Whether we're talking about just as an individual, how do we improve if we're talking about in the job space? I mean, whether we're talking about just all the different ways to be prepared for the next step, for that next task. Southern New Hampshire University and some of these online degree programs that they are offering. Come on, baby. You can't beat this. And they have super competitive low tuition rates that are, like I said, going to prepare you for whatever your next steps might be as it pertains to your professional career. It's not too late. I mean, shoot, what you waiting on? I mean, you're watching me, but what you waiting on? Come on, man. You see the link right there, right? snhu.edu/Arthur Moats. Tap in and go out here and get a chance to prepare yourself for greatness. But now it's time for regularly scheduled programming. AJ Martinez says tons might have a point. What kind of line do we have? A line for a running QB or a pocket QB? The brass just spraying and praying. I'm kind of confused. So not spraying and praying. In fact, the opposite, very intentional. The problem is what we have decided to invest in. We have not got the full return yet. Now, part of that was due to injury. Some of that you could throw coaching. Some of that you can throw in just players not playing well enough. And what I mean is this. The past 3 seasons, Sayumalu has been in here. Broderick Jones has been drafted in here. First rounder. Troy Fautanu has been drafted in here. First rounder. We went out and signed James Daniels, massive contract. And we drafted Zach Frazier also and Mason McCormick as well. And even Dan Moore was a 4th rounder. So we're talking about investing a lot in that specific area. We're not just spitballing, throwing things at the wall saying, man, all right, get this guy, get that guy. It's like, nah, we're trying to improve the line. Now, what took place also this year was what? Well, the first combination of offensive line you were supposed to have included Nate Herbig being the starter at center. He got hurt, right? Out for the year before we even took a snap. So that's one lineup done, right? Then from there, let's see. You had James Daniels in the lineup. He goes down. That's the second version of your lineup, okay? Let's see. You had Troy Fautanu get a start at one point, right? That was the Broncos game. Gets hurt, right? It's another lineup, okay? Then from there, we know for the postseason game specifically, that one, Calvin Anderson was starting for Mason McCormick. So that was another variation of the line. Let's see. I don't, off the top of my head, remember how many games or snaps, because I do remember Dan Moore coming out. I just don't remember if he missed a game off of it. But I know we used a different lineup when he was out because we put Spencer Anderson out there for a couple of times, and that would have been a 5th different variation of line. And I want to say we had a Sayumalu situation as well, where that was another variation. Wait, we actually did, because Mason McCormick was starting for Isaac Sayumalu. You're right, and then he bumped over to the left. He's starting at left and he bumped to the right. So that's 6 different variations, man, of offensive line combinations, and none of those combinations are the one that we had on paper for initially week 1. So when we're looking at the O-line and we're ultra critical of the coaching, we're ultra critical about the direction of it and what we're trying to do and the intent, I think that we're missing what was the underlying thing here. Availability, man. The guys that we have invested in haven't been available to us to play. Broderick, I mean, obviously we wanted to sit him that first year, play him at left, but Chooks had a situation, so we ended up putting him out there at right. Cool. Here's what it is. Troy, draft Troy, wanted to play. He gets hurt. Throughout training camp, unavailable. Plays a game or two, as at that Denver game in, quarter or two, and then from there, done again. So James Daniels, it's another guy, like I said, high pedigree, man, in terms of draft compensation and what we spent on him when we acquired him in free agency. But once again, it's hurt for the year. Achilles. So as I'm looking at this O-line, I'm like, man, I don't see a team that is lacking identity or a team that's lacking direction. I just see a team that the people that they're investing in via draft and free agency are unavailable to them. Now, that could be a different question of why they're unavailable. Do you want to get more healthy and things like that? But as a whole, it's like, you see what they're trying to do. We can put the blinders up because we don't like the outcome of it, which I think is different.
The outcome, very different than the intent. I think the intent is there. It's just the outcome ain't been what we wanted. And I mean, we see it all the time in the draft, baby. But that to me is more of the case than them just, going about this thing kind of just like half-heartedly with no true direction, AJ. So shout out to you on that though, man. But, we will see, man. But I do think that once we can get those guys healthy, prepared, and good to go, because prior to this year, I mean, think about it. We were talking about how we had one of the healthier groups, man. Hey, man, it's been the same group for a year now. Same group for almost 2 seasons now, man. They don't miss any games, man. They're getting better. And it's like the injury bug hit us. But the same was with that Killer B era. When you talk about Pouncey, Ramon, Double D to Castro, right? Talk about Gill, Beach, and then from Beach going to Al, them dudes hardly ever missed. They were always available. It's just like, man, we didn't hit this like little period now where we're getting the injury bug killing us at times, man. But to me, man, once we get back healthy, I do feel like that should change. But we'll obviously see what we're going to do going forward, man, because Dan Moore, are you bringing him back or is he gone? James Daniels, are you bringing him back or is he gone? Those are the conversations, man. And then obviously, are you putting Broderick at left? Do you want to keep him at right? What that look like, right? So we shall see. But you already know the drill, man. Hit that like button one time for the coach. And don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel.